in this podcast.
It sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Amazing, isn't it?
Up with everyone. Up with everyone. Up with everyone. Up with everyone.
For you to show up like that, looking like that. Waited all day just to see your face, and I can honestly say it was.
Welcome. This is the podcast, and it's not named yet, but you keep naming it, so we gotta just go with it, I guess. The Not For Everyone podcast.
I like that name.
I like it.
The Not For Everyone podcast. I like it.
Not For Everyone podcast.
I like it. It's got a good ring to it because
It
it's
does.
not for everybody. Sitting in a room talking shit with your buddies isn't for everybody. And now we brought Mason in on it. Look at him.
Actually, I think that literally is for everybody, but I think we are not for everybody. I think that's more.
Yeah. I think that's true. I think that's very true.
But for those real ones out there, though. Yep, this the one. Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
I'm missing.
No beer.
Yes,
No beer
I'm
having
missing a
ass.
beer.
Hey,
There we go.
empty.
Hey,
There we
hey,
go.
hey,
Just
Salud.
set
The way
it
you
right
set
back
that
down.
was pretty lit. That was pretty
Salud.
badass. It was a boss
Alright.
move. Any boss moves lately?
Just getting drilled by the boss. That's it.
True, but
That's the boss
Yeah.
move I got
yeah,
going on.
I feel that.
Yep.
You talking about the wife?
Yes. And the boss at work. He just finds a way to make sure I don't do it right. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you don't outshine the master. That's
You can't outshine the master.
You don't
Yeah.
outshine the master.
Yeah,
you
so-
can, but you don't.
And I love construction because you could do a horrible job and you could still get paid for it. So it's nice. It's nice.
That is
nice.
interesting.
Yes.
Yeah. And I have today. I did some work
You're
today.
like, hey.
I looked at it and I was like,
ooh, I might need to clean my shit up here.
that shit.
Yeah. I'm feeling with that. Ooh,
I'm learning.
a lot of cock going in there.
Stop the cock talk.
Oh, yeah. So this is the unedited.
Do you cut the tip off your cock
No.
before you use it?
You know what?
No.
Actually, I will attest to this. I did.
You circumcised the fuck out of your tubes, bro.
No, I got
They're
my shit
big.
snipped. But
When?
I did not get my
Last summer?
sons. I did not get my sons.
Is that
shit
was
snipped.
when you were last summer?
Well, what is circumcision when we talk about it? What is circumcision? Is it something that is it for? And I asked the people, they were like, look, it's more of like an aesthetic thing, and I'm like, is it a religious thing? They're like, I don't know.
I think it's bullshit.
It's like, yeah, but you know what? They shove a needle in there and they numb it and they cut that shit off.
Dude, that sounds pretty hot.
Well, the only risks that they told me were like when he gets older, he's at more of a risk for like a dick infection and shit like that.
I've
And you're
heard
like,
that.
Dude, infections suck.
I'm
bro.
like, yeah. I'm like, but life.
I've never had
but
one,
life
of course,
sucks, bro.
but-
And I'm like, you're a dude. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Infections are gonna happen.
I hope
bro.
my son grows up and some chicks just
That's
like.
how you learn to wash your dick. You get a dick infection.
Well, what I'm saying is like, it looks different than mine, and I'm like, oh, I'm curious. I'm like, what's he gonna do with it? You know, obviously he's gonna play with it, but you know, but when he does
Naturally.
whip it out in 2050, and I mean, who's they're gonna be like, oh my god, what the heck is that? You know what I mean? You know, or whoa, you know what I mean? You're
Pretty
it's gonna be like a
colors.
classic car.
I've
you know
never
what I
seen
mean?
that color before.
Oh, I'd ride that.
That's a
you know what I'm saying?
rarity.
Some crazy. I don't know. Just
I think it's a conspiracy.
to
Yep.
circumcise
Yeah.
your.
Yep.
What do you think they
I
use
think
this?
the medical industry was influenced by religious beliefs into pushing circumcision as a preventative measure to dick infections
Yo,
or dick cancer.
it's a fucking bold claim.
Dude, bro.
This sounds like something coming from a dude that's uncirced.
Dude. Yo. Sadly, your boy lost his hood. Lost his hood in
I lost-
92.
So you are
lost his
Cirque.
hood.
Yeah, I lost my hood in 92, bro.
Dude, I heard about
It's
this.
been cold ever since.
I heard about this one kid who he was born with no eyelids. And he was an infant. And so what they did is they they circumcised him and they used that skin to make the eyelids on his eyes.
Wow.
And, and the doctor, he said he was going to be a little cockeyed.
I knew, man.
So I pulled a.
Somehow I knew.
I witnessed a boss move recently, and I was at this pool party. Mm-hmm. Son was invited. It was a soccer team, and this mom was chasing these two girls around in the kitchen. They were running away with the veggie chips, and she was starting to get annoyed, and so I tried to stall them with conversation.
Ease the blow.
Yeah, they were like,
yeah.
8. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, y'all like those veggie chips? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, those aren't good. I was like, those aren't even close to good. Those are terrible. And then they're like, no, they're not. I was like, yeah, they are. And one of the girls just looks, she goes, you're gross. And walked away. And I was like, yo. Dude, that was a Kamehameha way of just out of nowhere, too.
Yeah, gotcha.
Unprompted.
Got it, you.
Dude, done. I went home immediately. Naturally.
Dude, getting bodied by a teen.
Bodied. Done. Annihilated, bro. It was
infuriating.
It was unfortunate.
Yeah.
So I went back out to talk to the other annihilated dads about golf.
Hell yeah, dude.
I was the only one bringing it up. They didn't want to talk about it.
You're like,
they all played.
You ever been on
it.
the green? You ever been on the? You ever see Bagger Vance? You ever been,
No, we're like 40-year-old virgin. You ever been on a green? It just feels, like sand.
Speaking of sports, okay, all right. What's your favorite sport, Mason? What's your favorite sport?
Something to do with fighting.
UFC?
Yeah,
It's your favorite?
I think so.
Of the fighting sports, I think I'm a bigger fan of boxing. Actually,
can I ask why?
Yeah, that's a good question. Why? Why, Mason?
There's not a lot of one-on-one sports like that where you could just beat the shit out of each other and figure out. I mean, really.
Golf.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, we give each other real tongue lashings.
No.
But no, I guess there are a few. But
I love UFC too. By the way, I none like seeing two grown men just try to kill each other, dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, Marcus Aurelius, dude.
Hey, and you know what's interesting is when you get into a tussle like that's deep. It's that deep. It's like you remember that guy forever, and y'all have a connection that you don't even have with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that.
Euphoric connection,
bro. Them boys are close, physically and spiritually, if you will, emotionally. They're finding their zen through each other. They're finding their enlightenment through each other.
Last fight I watched in the UFC, a guy got elbowed and he had a knot the size on his head that it probably would come. It probably looked the same as if a golf ball hit it. It probably really did.
I think I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But anyway,
dude.
What's your favorite sport?
My point is UFC is dicey.
It's dicey.
Dicey.
What's your favorite sport, kid?
If I gun to my head, man, it had to be badminton.
Badminton, bro.
It is the fastest, most intense sport
I was about to say,
is.
You liked tennis.
No, it's different.
Well, I'm just saying.
Badminton's way more intense.
Well, I'm just saying that type of super fast, like ping pong, type of shit.
Ping pong's pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
Pickleball's
You have an interest in
Pickleball's actually my second favorite.
You have interest in very fast. You like fast games like that.
Yeah, pickleball's a slower game, but that's my second favorite.
Probably because the word pickle is in it.
Yeah, it's No, dude, I'm just.
Pickles are good. You don't like
I'm just
pickles?
not. I'm just not like most people, you know.
I'm different, bro. I'm built different.
Some people are different.
I like badminton, bro. Fucking, what do you like?
Badminton's lit, bro.
Yeah.
Do you even understand how lit badminton
Yeah,
is?
you
bro?
even know about the badminton academy? Did you even know the pro badminton teams?
You're like still trying to figure out how you're supposed to say it because you know there's an N and a T right there. You're like, how do you say badminton?
You know who's trading badminton players? You know.
Yeah, dude, I watched the second round draft. Second round badminton draft.
The San Francisco Butterflies.
They basically
traded...
picked up. The Tom Brady of badminton players.
The Detroit Dragonflies.
These are like dodgeball names.
Yeah, dude. You know, I love.
They battled the Florida Flounders today.
The Seattle Seahorses.
Yeah, the Seattle Seahorses, bro.
Iguanas.
Yeah,
like. Oh, non-mainstream animals for teams is hilarious. Like the koalas. No one wants to be that.
The Boston Bungalows.
Dude, my son's soccer team. There was one team. They're like, we don't have a name. And then another team. They're like, we're the Assassins.
The
It's like,
Assassins.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, man. Make a name that's like just make a name of a soccer team with a bunch of kids that's named just Suck. Yeah. Up next, it's Suck versus the Assassins. Dude, Suck comes out.
Assassins are.
Destroys the Assassins, bro.
The Assassins
and the Sucks just you suck.
A beating from Suck.
Dude, yeah. Okay, all right. So I like football. That's my shit. Football's my shit.
Really?
And the reason why is because like I remember distinctively like just I played on a Pee-wee football league and it was awesome, man. And we were called the Mini Marauders, and it was in the early 2000s, and we had the same logo as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then later, a couple years when I was growing up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won the Super Bowl. And so for me, when I was like playing football video games and stuff, I'd see the Buccaneers logo. I'd, oh my God, you know what I mean? And I gave up on that shit, dude. I gave up on football, man. And you know what's nuts, man? Like, I was gonna be pro, dude. I was gonna be pro, dude. And you know what's crazy, dude?
I saw it.
Like,
I could see it in your eyes when I met you.
dude, I was so into it, and you know, I was quarterback, bro, and I only threw 11 interceptions. And it was only in a season of like 7 games. So I was only like 11 interceptions, bro. Like, you know, I threw like,
Dude,
you know, like 7 touchdowns, but I threw like 11 , bro. Like,
obviously,
my first year as
obviously those
quarterback.
were flukes.
And the coach told me, he was like, if you had another
Naturally.
year you were playing and stuff, man, like we'd go pro. And I was like, bro, yeah, we'd kidding
Hell
me?
yeah, dude.
And then you know what? Then they asked me to come out to the combine. I declined. I didn't.
Dude, sometimes you just gotta decline. Sometimes you just gotta pull a boss move and decline, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Planters Peanuts hit me up for to be a sponsor here, and I was like, you know what? There's too many people I know of that have died from peanut allergies, so I'm not gonna push and peddle. I'm not gonna peddle your peanuts, Planters.